Russo here, founder and CEO of global marketing and media company Alternate Media. Once again, another awesome company profile at CES. I am checking out Equilibrium, EQBR for short, with Steven, who handles biz dev for the company. This is a really expansive booth you have going on here. Would you be able to take me on a little bit of a tour, but first, give the audience a tad bit of a background on the business?
Absolutely. So we are here making our debut in the Western markets. We're a blockchain infrastructure company. We have a proprietary layer 1 blockchain with a microservice architecture, brand new. So we're not tied to Ethereum, we're not tied to Solana.
Wow.
And our message is really, why build your application on somebody else's blockchain? When that sync ships, your application goes down with it.
Right.
Why not build your own network with your own dedicated set of validator nodes, your own customizable tokenomics? Everything is fully built and customized for you, your business, your application.
So it's kind of a similar concept to where, when we're talking to our clients, we're saying, maybe you shouldn't only focus on building your community on social media. You want to have ownership of your audience. Same with how you're building out your entire enterprise or website.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell us a bit more about, how long the company's been established. I understand that you have a million users already or something like that?
We have 2 million downloads of our Whisper application. This is our flagship app. So we have two sides to the booth here.
Okay.
On this side, we're showing off our Whisper Messenger app. It's a blockchain-based, secure peer-to-peer messenger integrated with a digital wallet and a web browser.
Gotcha.
So it's got all the functions and features as MetaMask, for example, and you're able to connect with websites like OpenSea, connect your wallet to websites like OpenSea, and similar single sign-on features as MetaMask. This side, we're showing off our EQ Hub, which is our no-code developer toolkit. Build your own Web3 solution, build your own blockchain network, your own NFT marketplace, build your own community. And so a lot of companies now that we're talking to today are looking to get into Web3, and they're looking for that Web3 strategy. Like you were saying, 10 years ago they were trying to figure out what to do on social media.
Right.
Now they're trying to figure out what to do on Web3.
What to do on Web3.
What's an application that they can build?
And obviously we've seen so much change over the last couple of decades, going from Web 1 to Web 2 and now Web 3. For companies who feel like Web 3 is a fad and it's not necessarily going to bring value to them or to their business, what is your response, and how can EQBR make that a reality?
Well, not every company will have a Web3 strategy. I mean, there are a lot of use cases that people have pitched to us where it's a bit of a round peg, square hole kind of a situation.
Right.
But there are definitely use cases and applications that would be pertinent, especially in the areas of marketing. So a lot of CMOs have approached us to talk about, again, Web3 strategy. How to get maybe a rewards program like Starbucks did with their NFT platform on the blockchain.
I think people need to understand it's really intended to be utilitarian. It should be, leveraged when it makes sense and not just used arbitrarily, like back when we saw like the ICO boom, for example, where every single company wanted to launch its own proprietary token. It didn't even always make sense. So when companies come to you and they want to see, does it make sense for you to help us? What is your process, and how many of those companies do you find that it actually makes sense to work with them?
Absolutely. So I think in the beginning, and we're just kicking off into the Western markets now, and we're launching our beta version of EQ Hub. So in the beginning, it's going to be a lot of consulting, a lot of education and advisory services that we'll be offering to these potential clients, and as well as a no-code developer toolkit. So if there are developers who do want to dabble and try to build their own network and see what that's like, they can use our software platform.
Excellent. So for a marketing company like ours, if we were like, hey, we have X number of clients and they really want to start moving to Web3, you would kind of co-vet that with us and then potentially help them make that migration.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are talking to a lot of solutions consultants as well to see if there are any consulting companies that want to resell our product or help make recommendations on how to set up tokenomics. Right? There's one of our strengths and weaknesses is that our no-code developer toolkit makes it so customizable that some of these developers, if they don't have experience in blockchain, they won't know where to start. They won't know what to do. How many tokens do you start with as an initial token allocation? How many validator nodes do they really need? And should it be private? Should it be private? Should it be public?
Yeah, I hear that a lot as well. Well, this is awesome. When did you guys come into fruition? How long has the business been?
We've been around for 4 years. This is our
4
fifth year now.
Okay.
We have 40 engineers, most of which are in South Korea. So our headquarters is in South Korea. We have an office in Singapore. I'm based here in Palo Alto, or here in the Bay Area in Palo Alto.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Was there anything else that you would love the audience to know about with respect to the business?
Well, please. I would love to talk to any company who have any questions in Web3. Again, we're here to talk. Even if you have no idea what to do in Web3, we want to be that provider of advisory services and consulting services for companies.
So I guess my last question is: we hear this a lot. It's kind of very buzzwordy. The goal of democratizing the space. Do you feel like you are in the midst of doing that with your solutions?
Absolutely. That was the reason behind our no-code developer toolkit. We do want to reduce the barriers to entry. Rather than having to hire a team of Solidity engineers, we want developers to be able to get off the ground running quickly.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and happy CES. Perfect.